I hear them on the radio every day. They still ain't going nowhere though. They get paid on the radio. They ain't blew up yet though. So what are they missing?
They missing marketing dollars, man. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? It's one thing to get
Money.
played in your local area from a DJ who supports independent artists. It's another thing to get out there to the world and market yourself. So, with
I
that
got a
being
question.
said, going back to the business part of it, once you get your LLC and your bank account and all that into play, now you got to learn how to get funding for your business. You know what I'm saying? So, working on your business funding and all that could get you the marketing dollars that you need to get you in those spaces where you want to get to. Because regardless if you want to believe it or not, marketing is payola. Everything is payola. You got to pay to play. Simple as that. You can have the hottest song. If you ain't put no money in it so the market can know that it's there, then you ain't going to get nothing on return because it's about a return on your investment. But it's about making strategic and, you know what I'm saying, moves that really help you grow to the next level, scaling your business. So having your business in order and getting your funding in order, that's the start of having money for marketing. Because I seen, well, one of my homeboys said this, matter of fact, shout out Yemi. I just did an interview with him, and he was saying basically how you really have to understand where your money and stuff needs to go in order for you to grow in the relationships that you have to build in order for that to happen. Because it's more than just throwing your money somewhere. Build a relationship with the people that you're throwing your money to. That way they can recommend you also. You feel what I'm saying? It's just simple as that. It ain't about who you know, it's about who knows you is what I learned being in Atlanta. You feel me?
And the first
Hey,
thing we're
so
gonna go
let
back
me
to
say
is
this.
having
Hold
some
on,
money.
let
You
me say
gotta
this
have
real
some
quick.
money.
Let me say this. Like he
Gotta
said,
have
Like
some
that's the
money. That's
main
the
thing. You
key.
gotta
I'm
have
gonna
That's
some
the
money.
key
elaborate.
thing.
Hey,
I don't.
I'm gonna say
You
one
can
thing
know
right
that.
quick. A lot of
Hold
these
on,
artists
y'all
out here
can't
is
talk
still
over each other. We're gonna let everybody talk. But let me. Can I say this, and then we're gonna go to Dennis, and then we're gonna go back to Z-Dog. Now he said, and you guys, because I see where y'all when y'all just about to talk. He said you're gonna need some money. How many artists have we seen that have 1 million followers on social media? The record label threw all kind of money behind them, but when they go do their live performance or when their album drops, the sales aren't matching to what we're seeing. It's like a smoke screen that they put up in front of the fan base, but then the fans aren't buying the music and they're not coming out to the shows. So Dennis, we're gonna let Dennis go first, and then Zeta, we're gonna come to you.
Man, on that subject, what you just talked on, it's easy to. You can buy the followers on the Instagram. You can buy the followers on social media. You can make it look like you got all this going on social media, but not really have it. And I think that if a major label put that much money and that much effort into artists, it can fail, but most times it's gonna work. But on the other side, what we was talking about, you gotta have some money, man. A lot of people think you can be a rapper, and you think we I think we all jumped out there and spent a lot of money thinking that, man, you know what, we can do this here and become rappers and it's gonna work because we saw 50 Cent do it. We saw a bunch of other rappers do it. But bruh, right now, 2025 going into 2026, you need some money, man. You need damn near $250,000 to start with. You can't start with just no 10, 20, $30,000, $5,000 thinking, oh, because the internet just gonna happen. Nah, bro. The look, you gotta spend a lot of money on the look to be a rapper. You need the jewelry, you need the car, you need money, man. You need a lot of money to come from the ground, just starting being an artist to now. You need some money, bro. Without the money, it ain't gonna happen unless you're an extremely talented person or you have that what you bring to the table is so unique that nobody never heard before, and you coming from that angle, and all right, it can work for you with a little money to no money. You just get a deal and it can work. That's very few people, bro. And you look at it, you only have one since 50 Cent. How many rappers you saw make it to that status of making all that money since 50 Cent and count before 50 Cent? Everybody don't get to do it, bro. Everybody don't get to do it. And being independent, you need to spend a lot of money. And if you don't have the money, it won't happen for you. That's my take on it. That's what I see.
G Dog.
And he said it all, bro. This is a pay-to-play time of life we living in, man. It's a pay-to-play. When I play 2K, they want you to pay to level up all these games. You just can't play the game with good talent and knowing how to play and level up no more. You got to pay to play, bro. So that's what we going to tell all the artists, how much money you get. But Dennis said you got to have a lot of money. You don't have to have a lot of money. You just got to invest your money. Like say if you get a paycheck, man, invest a little of that money every time you get paid into something. It's gonna take over time. You gotta take the turnaround.
Like when you say, hold on, and I got Beard Gang in the building. Beard Gang, what's good, fam?
What's happening with y'all?
Man, what's your take on the conversation? I forgot my boy was in the building, man.
Now, me personally, man, everything y'all saying is great points, great talking points when we talk about the music thing. But me personally, in 2025, when we talking about marketing, all these things are important, but I think it's easier for people or for individuals that's in the music game right now to come up with the use of the technology, with the use of the Instagrams, the Facebooks, the Twitters, the TikToks. You know what I'm saying? So I think marketing now is a little bit easier, I would say, in this time to put yourself out there. But the thing is that the money, it ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Because streams don't really pay that much. It ain't like how it used to be when you used to have to sell physical units to get your money. Now it's not like that. So the money game has switched it up. So me personally, what I would tell people who trying to be artists is not to focus on the music part of it so much. If you're a talented person, you got it. You know your music gonna blow. But me personally, you should put your money and your focus into learning the business, learning the game, learning what points are, learning what percentages are, learning how to sit down in a room and talk to people and get your point across. You know what I'm saying? I think now instead of investing your money, you should invest in learning what the business is itself versus learning how to fucking make a song or make a beat and just get on stage and have that charisma. You should invest in it as well. You know, you need people to show you how to be charismatic because some people just don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Like when they put that much marketing into you, they change your whole. I know somebody personally. He signed with Usher. The brother had tattoos. They didn't like that fact, so they told the man that it was gonna cost too much money to get his tattoos removed. You know, getting his teeth fixed, it was gonna cost $15,000 to get his teeth fixed. They didn't want to put that money into him, even though he could sing and he was the one writing the songs for the group. They didn't see him as a person to be in the forefront of the group, so they was like, "Fuck it, you know what?" But look what happened now. Everybody and their mama got tattoos. That's famous. These little chicks like me and with nice bodies and tattoo. But at that time, that's not what
everybody getting their teeth fixed.
Yeah, but at that time, the labels didn't want to do that because they didn't think it was necessary for them. But again, still, I think young people should invest in knowing the business versus just wanting to be in the business and performing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey man, if you don't have no mamas, I'm gonna say this right quick. Trusno, and I'm gonna get off, man. Happy Thanksgiving to all you guys, man. I love tapping in with my guy Trusno, man. It's my family, man. Shout out to all y'all Dennis, man. Yeah, yo, all y'all, man. But look, if you don't got no money, I said this at first, work on your popularity. Get on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and start rapping on there every day. Every other day, make it a consistency thing that you get on social media and do music where you accumulate social media money. And that money you make on social media will help you in your rap career. Start working on your popularity and get money. If you don't have money, get online. Start making money off social media by rapping and doing things on social media, and that social media money will help you in your rap career, bro. All this shit take money. It's just and popularity, bro. That's all I want to say.
Because all of it everybody's making great points because all of it could be utilized by anybody, whether they're independent artists or entrepreneurs running any kind of business. Is really all about learning whatever business that you're into and making sure you put yourself in a position to be a business and also doing what you have to do to get your business out to the people so that the people know that you exist, which is what marketing is. And it's not so much about marketing your music because right now, because of streaming and because of how easy it is to consume music, you can utilize your music as the commercials to bring people to the products that you have. That's really where your money is going to come in, whether it's ticket sales, people buying your merch, whether people buying your CDs. You have to learn how to go direct to consumer especially with the technology, like the homie was talking about. AI makes it easier for artists to be able to create marketing ads and stuff so they can market their business. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's an artist or whatever, like I said before, but AI is a good tool for artists to use. So instead of people being scared to use AI, one thing you got to know about the world, it keeps evolving. It's here. Use it to your advantage. I'm gonna give you an example of a great brand that's using AI to the fullest of its ability. The homies, they got a new energy drink here called Fuku Energy. And the way that they're using AI to create commercials for it to put on their social, I love it because it's a product. So it's so many different ways you can go with it. Now, for an artist, it might be a little bit more difficult because you're in a field now that is not really being respected by the culture itself that he came from. So now we have to be innovative in our ways to bring that power back to hip hop that we lost. You know what I'm saying? Due to the corporate entities that got involved and started marketing us the way that they wanted us to be looked at. You know what I'm saying? But now we have an opportunity to utilize this technology and take this thing to another level. You feel me? So that's what I want to say.
360.
Man, everybody hitting on the right subjects, bro. But it's just my opinion, man. Rap wise, music wise, man, bro, it's bad, and it got bad because we allowed it to get bad. Like he said, the corporate people came in, they did it the way that they wanted to do it, and now they don't really need an artist to make money. They can make money with the AI, like they can make music. They feel like they got the format down pat to where they can, man. Well, we got to pay you some money to make music when I can create an AI artist to do everything that a real artist can do. I can market him through the AI.
360. His phone went out. Oh, there you go. Your phone went out, bro. Finish your talking point. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Your mic.
Your microphone, fam. Beer Gang, what you think about
in this music industry, bro?
Okay, here you go right here. Yeah, we couldn't hear you. Your mic, your thing cutting out, fam. Your microphone cutting out.
Talking to me on the phone about you call it. I ain't supposed to.
Beer Gang. I got you.
Yo, what up? What up? What up? What up?
All right, what you think about what they saying, fam?
Oh man, yeah, but like they say, man, everybody's saying the right thing, you know what I'm saying? But again, man, it's all about the individual, man. If me personally, yeah, you gotta have marketing, you gotta have charisma, you gotta have all these things. But again, for me, the bottom line for me again is learning the business part. All that getting up on stage, running around, all that shit is cool and dandy. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's part of the performing part. But again, man, me personally, in my opinion, the business part, the business aspect, because it's business and marketing, it's business and going up on that stage, it's business and receiving your money, it's business and having money and paying out your money, it's business as far as investing in yourself. We need to learn the business aspect of it. If we want to create this generational wealth or we want to keep creating good music, we have to learn the economics of it. If you're not learning the economics, all that other shit, as far as your talent, as far as performing, as far as who you know or who know you, that shit don't mean nothing if you don't know the business. You know what I'm saying? Brother came on my show, he said, man, if you don't know who you are, somebody will come along and let you know who they want you to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's you, and that's you going on. Yeah, and that's what's going on in the music game right now. Don't nobody know who they are. Motherfuckers ain't got no identity. They just out here. They doing anything. They thinking because they see this person came up, they can do it the same way. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Not only, of course, it's all about who you know and who know you too, but it's a lot that come with that. And then I ain't see nobody touch on, you know what I'm saying, the extra shit that be going on in the music game. Cause it's a lot of extra shit that go on too. You know what I'm saying? They get people to where they need to be.
I got you. Hold on. 360 gonna finish his
Cases
talk.
just because you just want to build a case.
He mute. He got something going on. Hey, Brian.
Yo.
What's your take on the conversation, fam, with the music? Oh, he muted his mic. Yo,
you can hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now.
Y'all got to understand what music is to the masses or to the people in power. Music is the power. Music is the influence to everybody. If you're not rapping or singing the message they want to be put out, you ain't never gonna be famous. I don't care what you say. I don't care how much money you could put up behind your name. If you're not spitting the message they want out, you're not gonna be famous. Every person who's out right now, they're spitting the message that they want for our community. That
So,
they, not
so, you,
us.
so let me listen to what. So what you're telling me is, like the top rap. Well, I guess it was drill, and it's kind of. I don't know if drill kind of dying down, but if you ain't talking about spinning and picking up your stick and sliding on some people that look like us, you ain't gonna make it. That's what you're telling me.
Exactly. Exactly. Name okay, the last five artists who made it big. What type of music they make?
The last five.
Yeah. That
I'm not
Boogie Guy, D-Lo, 42 Doug, Pooh Shiesty. What type of music they make?
sliding and what was drill music
Right. And
and
and then what
before.
you gotta understand, every 4 to 8 years, every 4 to 10 years, it's gonna be a new rapper who's spitting the same exact message. And they'll find them and they're gonna be like, you're gonna be the next one. And it's the same way with the women. First it's gonna be the Nicki Minaj's, then it's gonna be the Cardi B's, then the Meg the Stallions, now the Glorillas.
So like basically, because all of us, we come from an era where like Tribe Called Quest, NWA. You know what I'm saying? That was our
I
era.
got it right. No, I got a question. Where are the groups like the Roots? Back in our days, they would give you a variety. They will give you different means of entertainment. But right now, they do not do that. They give us and feed us and shove us one aspect of genre of music. Drill and kill music. Drill music. Tell me I'm lying.
Anybody disagree with the man? Hold on. Let's see, hold on. All y'all muted, man. Y'all unmuted. Do anybody disagree with what he's saying?
I don't disagree with what he's saying as far as they are concerned, but that's why I push independence, man. Because in this time with the internet, we can give them what we want to give them, but we have to learn how to stick together on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Because the internet is all about interconnecting. That's why we're on this live right now together, so we can interconnect, not only just give our own view of things, but to also communicate, network online. And one thing that a lot of these artists don't understand about social media is the word social. Like, I utilize social media in a way where I build relationships with people that are not nowhere near me. You know what I'm saying? As we're speaking on this artistry thing, one of the best artists that the world don't know about is 3D Nati. I know some of y'all might know who 3D T is. Now she's 100% independent and she's living life on her own terms. And that's what I try to, well, that's not what I try, but that's what I'm focused on with what I got going on with this brand. So we have to create our own avenues instead of waiting for them to feed us anything. You can't feed me nothing. I cook my own meals around here, partner. You did.
Thanks. 360, you got your mic together?
Yeah.
Now, what was your talking point? I think he mentioned one of your people from New Orleans. That what's the name?
3D not T. 3D not T for sure.
From New Orleans, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't know, but I don't.
Your phone messing up, fam.
Yeah, because I'm hold on. Actually driving and hooked up to the car.
Beer game. What you think
Salute
about what
Mr.
you
V,
just said?
Stevie.
Yeah, I'm fucking with 3D in the T. She hard. So, but see again, that's a thing about a person with talent, a female with talent that ain't out here. You know what I'm saying, rapping about booty holes brown and pussy hole pink. Excuse my French. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about it. She got skills, bro. But how many people know about her? You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't have to take too much marketing and too much push to push her. You know, I'm talking about if any of y'all ever heard her, 3D to T.
I heard
Yeah,
her.
she from New Orleans.
She dope.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
dope. When I say she can go, man, ain't no female right now in the game, right? Ain't nobody fucking with her.
Or
But she,
niggas. Or niggas. Or
Now
but
niggas.
this, hold on. This the truth right here. I don't know her music, but I seen her in the movie. That's how I know of her.
And see, this is one of the reasons why I brought her up, because going back to what bearded Mr. Combs said, she knows the business. So, you know, she's had offers. Timberland tried to sign her, Birdman tried to sign her, Universal tried to sign her, Russell Simmons tried to sign her, but she's a creative who's in control of her own destination, and she does whatever she wants to do. You best believe she makes at least $250 million every year being independent, just by knowing the business and utilizing those steps herself. Because the same thing that the industry gonna do for you, you can do it for yourself if you know and have the right resources.
gotta take your time and learn the business. You have
You gotta learn the business. So, you know, you can live comfortable and you don't have to be famous to get paid off your music, because the music business is about getting paid off your music, whether you're famous or not. And that's what a lot of these artists need to understand. You might not make it to BET Hip Hop Award. They ain't finna have them no more. So you can come to the Hip Hop Fraternity Awards April 4th in Atlanta at the King of Diamonds. If anybody in the area or you want to go to the area, February 4th, Hip Hop Fraternity, sign up for hhfmedia.com. Hey, man, I had to throw that in there. But you can be comfortable being an independent entrepreneur with the music business, is all I'm saying. It's a lot of people that's doing that. You got Nino Brown, you know, and all these people I'm speaking on because I've met them personally through this internet, just by being social. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing these artists need to understand. You have to be social on social media. It's not just about posting your thing and making sure, trying to get everybody to come see you. You have to go big up other people on what they're doing too. Get in their inbox, not just to, you know, try to flirt, but, you know, I like what you got going on. Hey, what, you know what I'm saying? How could I support you? And that's what it's all about. You got to be supporting to be important, period.
Yeah, but nowadays with this group of people, with this group of kids that we got that's coming up in the music, like when hitting inbox and networking, it's crazy, bro. Because they not doing it. They networking and getting into it with motherfuckers. They networking to set motherfuckers up so they can backdoor them and rob them. They not networking. And again, they not doing this shit to really go nowhere. They doing this shit because they think it's a game. You know what I'm saying? And like you say, she made 250,000 quarterly. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But we want millions of dollars because we're not financial literate. We don't know what to do with our money. We don't know how to get that 250 that we making a year. And yeah, on books and on paper, look like we got 250. But turn that shit into residual. Put it into real estate. Put it into other business. Invest it in yourself outside of music. You see what I'm saying? Like we don't know how to do that. And that's the problem right now. That's the biggest issue. You know what I'm saying? Our financial you know what I'm saying? Our financial literacy education that we're not receiving, and the business that we're not really looking toward when we thinking about just being in the music. We thinking we just gonna rap, get on stage, and gonna get paid. It's a lot of shit that's in between that, man. It's a lot of shit that's in between that.
Yeah, it's a lot that goes into that.
360, what you gotta say, fam?
Man, I'm so far away from the music, bro. Like I really don't even listen to the music, bro. I've been on. I don't know. Even the girl that y'all speaking of, she from New Orleans. I'm from New Orleans. I'm here every day, all day, and I don't even know. I know it's my first time ever hearing about her. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm so far removed from the music because of the content that's in the music. Like everything I hear is talking about the exact same stuff, bro. I go to concerts. Sometimes I go to, I used to go to these little shows and see the local performers perform, bro. It's horrible, man. They got 40 dudes on the stage. Everybody, man, it's just wild. And I got detached from the music because of that, man. So I listen to certain artists I listen to, but none of those people that you spoke of, I don't even know them, man. I don't even know my first time hearing them because the music is so dead now. And if you trying to get into the rap world, there's no I don't see no originality. I don't see no good stage presence. I don't see no originality. I don't everything sound like murder, murder, kill, kill. We gonna spin, we gonna shoot. My son, he wanna do music. He be sending me stuff out the side of the support that I'm his dad. I give him that, but at the end of the day, I'd be like, son, I'm not even much interested in the music because you sound like all them other dudes out there. And I know that you don't live like this, but this is what they want to rap about because they think this is the thing that's gonna get them on. They want to beef with people on the street. They want the beef, so they can put it into the music and do diss songs because they think that that's what's gonna get them on. They don't have subjects. They don't know how to say, you know what, man, I'm gonna rap about this. I'm gonna take my raw emotions and channel it into the music and make the music make you feel like, all right, yeah, that's it. You know, I come from just let's use Tupac for an example. Tupac may have talked the gangster talk, but it made me feel like, all right, man, that right now today, I can ride from city to city and listen to Tupac, and he's gonna give me a song for every emotion that I'm gonna feel on the road, every thought that I hear. This music right here, man, it ain't gonna do nothing but send you to the penitentiary or the graveyard. It look like that's the only place they try to go. So that's why I detach myself away from the music, and I'm not familiar with the names that y'all calling. But I guess they have certain artists out there that do, you know, put quality in their music, that put feeling and emotion in their music, and not trying to go that route, and that's cool. But man, to be a rapper these days, you taking a long shot, man. The little money that you do make, and you trying to put it into that type of music, man, you got a long. It's a long shot, bro. It's a long shot for you. I advise you to take your money and put it into something else than trying to be a rapper these days. That's just my outside, bro. So y'all, you know, y'all excuse me moving around.
So hey, Rico, what you think?
Yes, sir.
What you think about what he said? And if any, do y'all do me a favor? Y'all can turn the volumes down on y'all phones. So if y'all got y'all people watching that's in the room with y'all still be able to see what's going on. But that's where the feedback is coming from.
Yeah, well, I agree with him 100% on a lot of the points that he's making about the music today. It is really not interesting. But there are still artists out there who do make interesting music, and that's one of the reasons why I have the raphustle.com is to bring a light to those, because I look at it like this. Yeah, we are looking at rap like it doesn't have any meaning, but there's like 3D Not T, for instance. I'm glad that you haven't heard of her. Now you go look her up. I guarantee you're going to become a fan of hers because she is talking about some things. Like when I first got in contact with her about 10, 15 years ago, she reminded me of a female Tupac mixed with Jay-Z. Now that's something to say about an artist in these days. As a matter of fact, when I first started doing promotion online with artists, one of the first artists was her and Kendrick Lamar. But nobody knew who Kendrick Lamar was. So my whole mission is to plug the people who I think should get a chance to be heard. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because I love hip hop to the point where I don't listen to the shit that's out there, but I'm still interested in hearing the next hot people who's going to keep it going until another 50 years. So that's what the Rap Hustle is here for. And I also believe that this young generation is going to come back to programming, because after being on here searching through the phone all day, sometimes you want to just go somewhere and just watch something that's going to put you in tune with some things. So that's another reason why we're here, so people can discover new talent, new music, new webisodes. It's not just about music, it's about everything, because one thing about music and entertainment, it's our life. Nigga, entertainment and music ain't never gonna stop, so it's always gonna be money involved with it. So I'm here to be on the forefront of the new generation. You dig?
Facts. Beer Gang, what's your take on that, fam?
All right, so I want to disagree with y'all, man. Not all, so I don't know if I'm biased, but I will say this. This is what I was, because I'm from Chicago. I don't like every drill or whatever the fuck they call it. I don't necessarily like every artist, but y'all can't say, man, some of that music, man, that shit make you think you're 16, 17 again, especially if you used to do that type of shit. I ain't gonna stunt, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how about y'all feel, but some of that shit, and then I got 10 kids, I got 7 boys. So I'm hearing that shit. I'm hearing that shit. I'm hearing that shit all day, every day. Like, I even on my show, I even told my audience, man, I had to ask my son, was he okay? I called his mom and told her, look, I had to talk to your son, but not like that. But yeah, like that, you know what I'm saying? Because he stayed with me. But I had to call her, like, man, I had to talk to him today. Like, man, He fall asleep, wake up listening to all this crazy shit. I thought something was wrong with him. I literally, are you okay? You know what I'm saying? Because that type of shit, like, man, listening to that every morning, going to sleep, waking up every morning, and that's all you hear, man. I literally had to ask him, man, what the fuck? Why are you listening to this
Them
shit?
kids fucking depressed.
It's a lot of script, man. Now, my
Hold
son
on,
ain't
B. I'm
no
about to pull you up in a minute. Finish your talking point, Big
yeah,
Gang.
I'm gonna put the duck out real quick, real quick. No, he ain't depressed. They just like listening to that shit. I'm gonna tell you, man. I ain't no old man. I'm 25, but I like listening to some of that shit. Some of that shit be nice, man. It's all about how it's done and how it's put together. And then plus, as an older individual, I know I'm not finna go out here and fucking crash out. So it's not just the music, man. It's the TV programming too. If you don't sit down with your child, now don't get me wrong, things can be influential in the propaganda and programming. But if you ain't sitting down talking to your youngin and figuring some shit out and seeing why they listening to this type of music, yeah, some shit can be fucked up. So again, man, it's all about what the household is allowing and what the household is governing. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that type of shit with the influences. But man, I
Say,
like some
bro.
of this. I
I'm
like some of
sorry.
this shit.
Hold on, 360. I want Brian, let Brian say what he about to say real quick. Be you
All
up,
right,
fam.
all right. I have a question. The current music that is our normal.
Your voice, your phone, your microphone, fam, it just went down. 360, go ahead and make your point.
Man, hold on. Say, bro. I'm gonna say like this. I want to speak what he said. He say you 25, right? Say you 25. You say the music. I like some of the music too, bro. But music does influence, right? Because I listen to some of the music, and when I some of it I listen to when I listen like the Lil Durks and the, such and such like that. I listen to it when I hear it. Sometimes though, man, I gotta pull myself away from that type of music because I start to think that way. I start to wake up in the morning and think about, and not knowingly, this is a subconscious thing. The thoughts come to your mind about, you know, doing stuff. Saying I come from the street. Like I come from the street. I did and done everything that it is to do in the street. And that junk bring back memories, man. And it bring back situations and it make me think about stuff to where I gotta say, bro, why I'm keep thinking about this? Why I keep thinking about somebody doing me something or me doing somebody else something if they do me something? Why this on my mind? And I be trying to train my mind to not think like that. Cause I feel like now I think real positive, right? And I be having to tell myself it's the music. I gotta go back to the type of music that I listen to and what I'm feeding myself because that's the first thing. I understand what you're saying. It comes from the household, and it does come from the household. But at the same, I went to a Jeezy concert. I just come home from federal prison, right? Quick story. I just come home from federal prison. I probably had to been home 8, 9 months or whatever. I go to a Young Jeezy concert. All Jeezy, we know all Jeezy talk about is selling the work, is pushing the work. That's all he talk about. Bruh, my mind frame in there had me thinking like I can make one more run. I can do it one more time. I know I can do it. It's like listening to the hyped up music before you go out and play the game. You see what I'm saying? That's where it had me at, but I'm smart enough to think back and realize that Jesus never been to federal penitentiary for real. Jesus don't know about the 10-minute moves of the, you know what I'm saying? He don't know about this type of stuff. He don't know about feed up and walking to the child yard. He don't know about this type of stuff. I lived it. So yeah, I snap out of it. But for that brief moment that you in it, that music have influence, man. So that's why now I try to be more conscious of what I listen to. I try to be more conscious of what I let go into my head because I know these people have been telling us this for years. Rap music has influence. Back in the days when they was pushing to not listen to that stuff, when they was pushing against rap music, I didn't understand it because I was all for it. Now I know that, man, this plays a part in it. When you look at these little dudes that's outside, they influenced by the music. They doing the video games and the music, they have the same effect on behavior. This a mental thing. This not nothing that they're able to control because they're not conscious of it. When you listening to it and you playing these games, GTA, carjacking, and all this shooting and stuff, that's what you programming your subconscious mind to do. So eventually, that's gonna control your behavior without you even being conscious of it. You're gonna be out there trying to sell weed. At one time, I knew people when the weed man was the most less important person on the block. Now everybody sell weed. It's about weed. It's about pushing fentanyl. It's about this stuff because they hear it in the music. They ain't trying to hear nothing else but that. That's what's influencing that's what's influencing their behavior, man, and it plays a part in it. Music have a big part to play in it. That's why the corporate people push it the way that they push it. Even though they're not creating it, the artist is creating it, but they pushing it because they know it has a psychological influence on behavior. And that's a scientific fact right there. We can look it up and prove it all over the world. We see it. And that's why I kind of try to take myself and be more aware of, what's being fed to my brain, man. We know that hip hop then influenced all of us on so many different levels, from the way we talk to the way we walk to the way we dress. This all come from hip hop, and it still influences. That's what got a responsible for a lot of the. Even though we know guns don't kill people, that's what we got
Are you going in, huh?
man, and that's why I kind of try to be, I try to be a little more conscious of what I listen to and what I play around my younger people. You know what I'm saying? I try to put them on different stuff, but that's just that's my opinion of it, and I know that that's a fact because I see it and I lived it, and I know the feeling, I know the psychological aspects of it, and that's what's real, bro.
I wanted to touch on that because somebody. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. At first you was out, you ain't now.
Yeah, I wanted to elaborate on that, what he's saying, because somebody left a comment that said NWA started it all, right? And I was 35 years old when I realized just how influenced by the music we were. You know what I'm saying? Grew up in a time where we thought we was going to sell dope forever, so we had as many kids as we wanted to have because we knew we could take care of them through selling dope. We wasn't thinking about getting caught. We wasn't thinking about the day when we felt like we didn't want to do that no more, right? So at 35 years old, I realized how the music influenced us as young black men because, see, we can't blame the music for our actions. We can just blame what we are influenced by, what we're drawn towards, right? And the majority of us are drawn towards negativity, because that's what they wanted us to be, a negative people. So that's what they pushed in our direction. And of course, a lot of other people have listened to the same music we listened to, and they never took the same path that we took. They just enjoyed the entertainment. So I agree with the fact that we are under the impression of the music that we listen to because most of us don't have proper guidance or education on who the hell we are, period. So we have to go with what we see that they want us to think that we are, you know what I'm saying? Which is through growth, and development, you know what I'm saying, which we as older gentlemen have done, you know what I'm saying? We understand that. So now through our understanding, it's on us to, retribute what happened because I'm going to speak for my generation. We the ones that dropped the ball. We the ones that started this thing. And we also the ones that took it to the point where the corporate America wanted to come in and take over it. But we lost sight of being the OGs and the dads that we supposed to be. Most importantly, the dads that we never had. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest. Most of us didn't have dads because the welfare system encouraged our mothers to get our dads out the house. Then they turned around and told our girls, you know what I'm saying, get him out the house, but we need to know where he work at so we can get him for child support. So it was all a setup that we have to get over. That's why it's important for us as the older gentlemen in this hip hop space that grew up with it to not give up on it and act like it doesn't matter because there's still artists out there that got great messages. We just got to push them more to the forefront. We got to push it on our kids more or be able to talk to the kids and let them know what they're listening to. If you know that your nephews or uncles and nieces or whatever is under the influence of drill music and you know better, then it's up to us to educate them about the realities of that, whether we got to take them down to jail and get scared straight or whatever we had to do when we was young. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that nobody cares anymore that's destroying our culture when it comes to hip hop because, yeah, the corporate America can put this money in our pockets and get us to do whatever the hell we want to. Why? Because we want to survive. So if you offer me millions of dollars to rap about killing, man, shit, everybody dead around this motherfucker. So we have to learn how to get over that mindset of thinking that we need them to make it and create our own avenues and our own ways. So this is why I do what I do, you know.
I ain't gonna lie now. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta come up here because this y'all. I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing, but I gotta say this. Well, I ain't gonna lie. When they say that music, it do something to you and it give you some kind of influence. You know me, starting out just listening to rap. My best rapper, hands down. I don't want y'all to at me. I gotta rep for my boy, Pac Shakur. Rest in peace. But before Pac, my best rapper was Rakim, and this is something somebody sent to me earlier today, and it really that what made me want to do the platform with you guys anyway. But it was Eric Sermon on a platform, and he was telling a story about LL and cannabis, something to do with that. Remember when Cool J had the microphone tattoo, and then cannabis wanted to take the mic and say, "Yo, I want to use your tattoo." And then LL dissed him, and he was just giving a whole history of the whole thing. So listening to, remember when Rakim first came out, and Rakim, he really, because it started with, Run DMC, then EPMD, that era. Then Rakim, he crushed it, because Rakim came with knowledge of self, information. You know what I'm saying? Remember, at one point we was wearing the African medallions, Tribe Called Quest, and all of the positive messages that we got a chance to hear. Up until what's going on now, it's like the corporations and the powers that be and the people that oppress us, they done took the thing and, like you said, they done grabbed a hold to it, and they putting out the type of music that they want youth to hear. And prisons are being built. The prison, the school, the prison pipeline, what they got going on, mass incarceration, plenty of our youth being killed in the streets. And it's not to say we want to blame the music, because you got Arnold Schwarzenegger and Stallone and all them. They've been putting out the Terminator and all these different movies. So we can't just say that it's the music. But my thing is, it starts in the home, and by starting in the home, it wasn't a 2-parent household. So a lot of these women, they can't raise young boys to become men. So a lot of us was raised in the streets and raised by the influence of hip hop and the rap culture. So that's just my 2 cents.
That's just like, I hear what you're saying, right? And I constantly hear people say that it starts in the household. And I understand it does start in the household. But what you just described, first of all, is a 1-parent household, right? So the influence that's outside is far more greater than the influence that mama have. When you listening to, because I see a bunch of kids now in New Orleans, right? Their moms told them, brought them a video game, GTA, whenever it came out, brought them the video game to keep them inside, to keep them quiet and stop running around, right? That was her way of doing a good thing. I'm gonna buy you this video game so you can sit in there, you can play the game, and I ain't gotta worry about you, because you quiet as long as you in there playing that video game. But that video game has a psychological effect to it. It's teaching you how to rob old ladies, take people calls. You do this stuff to get this big old house, and the car that you drive, you pull off what they call licks, right? For me, when I grew up, hitting the lick was you going to rob something, or you going to do something, that was illegal to get some money. Their terminology of hitting the lick took on a whole different format, right? So they learning this behavior from playing a video game. Yes, that video game was strategically planned for them to be able to do this stuff, because there's places where this video game is not even being sold. It's illegal for them to even play it, and some people not even buying it for the kids. But the mama don't know that this is teaching her son this type of behavior, because she don't understand psychology. She don't understand how. Go ahead. Go ahead, Bill Gang. I see you got your hand up. Can't hear you. I can't. I don't think your mic on.
Yeah, he had me on mute. I said, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish.
All right. So in my opinion, I believe that the mom don't know that this is doing this shit. You see what I'm saying? So once he come outside, he already psychologically influenced. He already have it on his mind that, man, I can carjack somebody, I can rob somebody. Once he hook up with a Tutu from down the street, and Tutu daddy or mama was never home and teaching him, letting him do whatever he want to do, they finna act these things out now on the street. I don't know how it is in other cities, but in New Orleans, they had an epidemic, bro, of carjacking. I'm talking about at least 200 carjackings a day, man. You couldn't go nowhere. Them little dudes was taking your car from you, man, and they doing what they doing till they started killing people, taking their cars. It was something I never seen before because in my era I grew up, yeah, it was stealing cars. We breaking the car, steal a radio, go sell a radio for $100 and go buy some sneakers with it. But these dudes just carjacking you out your car to ride around in it until it run out of gas, and then they carjack somebody else out another one at the red light. And this became an epidemic, man. They wasn't selling no car parts, wasn't doing no number jobs. They just taking your car to take your car. And now the civilians, right? The civilian went and brought the Draco because he saw the rappers talking about the Draco or the 40 Glock with the extension on it. He went and brought this gun, but left it in the car and went to church on Sunday. They done broke into 50 cars in the church parking lot. You see what I'm saying? Now they got all these guns that they got. Now they in the stolen car. They got a Glock 40 or a Draco. They've been smoking his weed because they found a few dollars in the car. They going to buy some weed with it. You know what I'm saying? Take a pill or whatever they going to do. Under the influence of GTA and this rap music, what you think they going to do? Now they spinning on their ops. Now the ops then went done the same thing. They got guns. They done broken a few cars. They got some guns to spin back. Now we got the murder rate that went up sky high. You know what I'm saying? Innocent people getting shot, all because of these influences, bro. Like you can listen. I don't know if you ever been. You probably been to an R&B concert with your girl. Bro, you feel a different type of way, man. Now you in love. You don't fit me. I'm sorry for all the wrong I did, y'all. Ain't cheating no more. I ain't doing none of this stuff no more. You in that concert. Now when you leave, you're gonna probably do the same stuff because it's going. But the influence of the music, bro, it has an influence. That's just my take on. That's from what I see where I'm at from my standpoint. Because I love psychology, man. I love dealing with the subconscious mind, the conscious mind. I love dealing with human behavior, why people do the things that they do. And I know that all of this stuff has an influence on behavior to some point or another. And when you don't have nothing positive or nobody to guide you in the right direction and show you how to navigate through this stuff, man, you out there in the dead man's world by yourself, looking to go to the penitentiary or the graveyard without you even knowing that that's the decision that you make it. That's just my take on it, bro.
Okay, so I don't want to so from everything that I heard with you, I think we saying the same thing. So let me try to make this synopsis as quick as possible. Okay, so again, yeah, we know that the parents get the kids the tablets, and when they buy them the games, and the games are influential. Again, we know music due to the vibration and due to certain culture and ancestral understandings. Yes, we know music, but everything is influential. I know the music is that was my purpose of me saying that I like some of that music because sometimes I want to get back into that mode. But again, I stated versus a child. A man and a child. Don't get me wrong. Some men fall into this shit too, but from a child to a man, as a man listening to that type of music, I'm doing it for some type of nostalgic reason. Yes, it can have thoughts and shit like that, but again, like you say, you got to snap yourself out of it, whereas a young child couldn't. So that's why I mentioned the fact that I like that music because I like getting into that mode sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You want to be in that mode sometimes because sometimes you forget, you know what I'm saying, where you come from, who you are, and the things that you have and how you got them. Sometimes you forget. So sometimes that music can put you back into that mindset. And of course, R&B is going to give you a different feel. I push for R&B all the time because I believe if that music came back, some of this killing shit would slow down. I say that all the time. But I guarantee you, the first of any type of dysfunction that you ever seen wasn't from your friends or nobody on the street. It was from inside of your household. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the things that You know, and I'm from Chicago, so I know the drill culture, the gang banging, the doing this, the coming from the streets. I could tell you all type of shit. Man, listen, buddy, I got some stories. Now, I know each and every individual journey is different. But again, like I said, I think we said the same thing. But that's why I said when my son was listening to it, I had to sit down and talk to him, like you said, with the proper guidance. Yes, the mom does know. The mom's being a lazy parent. That's why I said I had to sit down and talk to my child. You have to sit down and talk to your children when you're giving them these tablets, when you're giving them the GTAs, when you're giving them or letting them listen to certain music in the household. You have to let them know and teach them how to discern and differentiate, you know what I'm saying, fiction from nonfiction, reality versus, you know what I'm saying, some imaginative type of situations. You have to sit them down and really, talk to them and show and teach and guide and let them know that. You know what I'm saying? And again, I ain't gonna sit here and say it's 100% wrong to let your child play GTA or listen to rap music. I mean, again, I like some of this music. I don't necessarily play GTA. You know, and like you say, we had the kid boys out here still in the cars, but again, and they joy riding and stuff like that. See, but back then we were hustling, we were doing shit. Our come up was different. Today the come up is for fun. Today is the come up to be rebellious. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand their mindset. And again, I get you. The music that they listen to is influential, but guess what? It was a big homie. It was their daddy. It was their mama. It was their uncle. It was somebody in their household that they seen doing this shit. So when you made the comment or the statement about, yeah, we get it, it's the household. No, it is, bro. And to say that the mama don't necessarily know what it's doing, if that means she's not living life, if she don't know they're giving her child GTA and being unattentive to her child is fucking her child up. I just played something on my show the other day where this young lady was at church in Dallas, and the young lady, they was asking the kids what they thankful for. The little girl said, I'm thankful for my stepmom because she listens to me more than my mom. This church, and also to speak to that too, with the conscience and the religious and a lot of other things. So music, yeah, they use music to fuck us up as a whole. Our whole group. See, now this is just it's deeper than just music. They used all these vices to fuck us up, pull us this way, pull us that way, to separate us to the point where we already didn't know shit. We already don't know shit. We already only doing what we see, you know what I'm saying, the folks who came over here and took us over do, or whatever the case may be. Even if we was already here and you want to be an Indian and they came here and implemented their laws, we still following. You know what I'm saying? We still got hooked up some type of way. We lost that family. We lost that mother, father, bond relationship. See, so again, when you letting your child listen to this shit, bro, you got to be there. You got to, and don't get me wrong, as an individual, guess what? Regardless of what my mom and daddy say, you're gonna do that shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? If you think that's for you, you're gonna do it. If you think it ain't for you, you ain't gonna do it. If you want to try it out, you might try it out. You might put your foot in the water, be like, nah, we ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So we'll never know, you know what I'm saying, how that shit gonna go and how it's gonna play out. But yeah, man, we saying the same shit though, bro. You know what I'm saying? As far as the psychology, I know music is influential, but again, like I say, that's why I want to do it sometimes. That's why I listen to it, because it take me back there. But again, like I say, I'm older, I'm more mature than what a younger child would be. So if you got your kids listening to this shit, you need to be talking to them. You need to be guiding them. You need to be showing them, well, look, this is this, that, and the third. This shit ain't real. This is how they got this. This is what woo up the bam. And like I say, for younger artists that's coming up into the music, I would teach them more the business aspect than doing the artistry, because I think that's where you're gonna get paid on the back end. That's where you're gonna utilize and exercise your mind and get this power that you want to obtain to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Outside of your artistry. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking or negating the artistry, and I'm not knocking or negating none of your talking points, because I believe everything that you said was factual and has some truth. But it's just deeper than a lot of that. So the parents do have to be accountable for what they're doing when they giving their kids these GTAs, and when they giving their kids these tablets, and when they listening to their kids listening to this music. And don't ask your child why. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. All that makes sense to me, man. And even just to elaborate even more, man, the kids also need other outlets, you know what I'm saying? Because the music could be a gateway to entrepreneurship. That's one thing that, learning the business of music. If music is your passion, learning the business of music could lead you into entrepreneur on different levels, to where you can be like a 50 Cent or a 3D Na'Tee, you know what I'm saying? Because, through her artistry as an independent artist, she's built different lanes that she's really making money off of. You know what I'm saying? Of course, she sells her CDs and things too, because she used to post videos of her sending her CDs off to her fan base every day. You know what I'm saying? So she has made money off music, and I guarantee you, she probably made more money off music selling it herself than she has off the streams. You know what I'm saying? So all that goes hand in hand with it, and the family do have to be there. But that's the thing: our structure of having family is almost shook to the core, where these young men are listening to these songs and playing these video games because they don't have proper guidance. So we have to get back to, you know what I'm saying, being the men that we are made to be, and not keep blaming the system on hope, because we can look around us and see there's a lot of people that came from our same circumstances that are successful, that have never been down the roads that most of us have chose. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just mindset. The name of this thing is business mindset. And it's just a mindset. If your mind is set on looking for an op, then that's what you're gonna do. But if your mind is set on looking for an opportunity, then that's where you need to be at. You know, that's what it's gonna grow for you. So with that being said, I'm about to get ready to go get me some food in my system, right? Visit some people. You know what I'm saying? But I love this conversation. Trusno, you already know anytime you call me, it's on and popping, man. Salute to everybody. Where y'all calling from? First of all, I know Trusno in Atlanta. I could tell you from Chicago, but is you in Chicago?
We got hold on, we got a guest.
Hey, hold on, my bad. Hold on, man. Hold on. Man, why you going? The Bears. I know you ain't gonna ask me, am I in the city, man? You see that?
Okay, Minnesota on mine. You did. Who we got in the building?
Happy month giving.
Nah,
Hey, man,
this your boy Monkey, man. Nah, I'm calling from H Time. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Texas
calling from
in the
the H.
building.
Nah, but I just wanted to say something right quick on the topic of that, bro. Real quick, cause I'm just recently out the streets. Even though I'm 44, I'm recently out the streets. I done got my life together for the last 3 years. But I'm just saying, from what I remember, it wasn't my mama, and it wasn't. It was the streets taught me everything. Even the streets taught me what music to listen to. Like I didn't know until what to do until I got off the porch in the streets. The OGs or whoever we looked up into in the streets guided us in what direction to listen to. Because I could have listened to Frankie Beverly and Mays, but then shit, I heard about NWA. Then I heard about Toe Tag. You know, so it because every child, my daughter, my stepdaughter, she 19 and she listen to Frankie Beverly and Mays. She don't listen to NBA Youngboy. You see what I'm saying? But my daughter listened to NBA Youngboy. So I grew her up on, Tupac, Biggie, Frankie Beverly, R&B, because she like Tevin Campbell. I ain't gonna lie, my daughter do like Tevin Campbell, but she's still more so it was like even with my mom, she put me in Boy Scouts, all that shit. She even took me out the neighborhood where there wasn't a gang. I started a gang. You feel what I'm saying? Like it was all. I feel like it's always the nature of the person determines they output in life. No matter what you might put in a person, like some people just made not to do right. Some people get saved. Some people get scared early and go the right way. But that's all I had to say on that, though.
Man, we appreciate your commentary, fam.
From what he said, man, that's why when I talk to these little guys and I talk to their family members and I talk to their mamas and whatever their dads, I let them know that some people, it's a harsh truth, but some gotta go to the penitentiary. Some gotta go to the graveyard. That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just the fate. It got to happen that way. And for Beer Gang, man, a few things you touched on that was, that I take with me is one fact is that you taught your child the difference. That lets me know that you active in your child's life and being to the point to where you made it to a certain age and you made it past what you say 25, right? So you got intelligence about yourself. You know what I'm saying? That threshold, I'm about to say you made it past that threshold, but you still in that era, but mentally it seemed like you passed that threshold, you know what I'm saying? But to be able to be there in your child's life and to be able to recognize that, hey man, it did me this. It some certain aspects, you know what I'm saying, caused me to do certain things. So let me give you the game and let you know that this for play. This not for real. It's out there. You don't get no restart. You can't hit the reset button and the man come back alive and you be able to play the game all over again from the beginning. It don't work that way. And to be able to be there presently and give that to your child, it helps them a lot. Even though we know that you're gonna make your own decisions, like the guy, like Mook said, you're gonna, if it's in you, it's in you. You're gonna make your own decisions once you get outside and you go that route. You might gotta stick your hand in the water, touch the hot stove and real, because I was told. I was told, yeah, don't do this, don't do that, but I had to see it on my own. But to be able to make it, for God to spare life, and you be able to make it past that threshold and be able to come to platforms like this, because it was more negativity than it was positivity in the hood. We didn't have the OGs, but all the OGs was telling us all the wrong stuff. Man, don't have one woman be a player. And he had his hat at home. He giving all his money to her, but he telling us to have 10 different girls and never be like this and don't do this or don't, and giving you this margin to live by. And I lived by this margin for so long, man, and it controlled my life to where I realized now that being in that margin made me unhappy. Now that I'm outside that margin, I can think outside the box. I realized that a lot of the stuff that they taught was only because they didn't know nothing else to teach but that. And to be able to have platforms like this with conversations like you guys, it gives us another tool to use to get to them, to teach them different. Like, look, man, we did all that stuff in the street. We accomplished all the stuff that you think you can accomplish. The money, the girls, the cars, the clothes, even going to the penitentiary. Some guys and got shot down the dead, then been through that stuff and can tell you that, listen, tell those guys, I'm not saying you, but tell those younger guys that, listen, man, that's not the route to take. You got a way that you can do it differently. You don't have to let this control your life. You can think for yourself. Because at one time I thought for myself when I didn't think for myself. Then I realized being in certain situations that I just was a puppet on a string, being controlled and manipulated by the game and the people that played the game. My family as well, because like you said, that's where it starts from, and that's the truth. It starts from home. It starts from your family surroundings, the people that you love. You saw your uncles, you saw your cousins, and see this, whether your cousins was in the game or out the game. His mom, like my cousin, his mom was a nurse. She never played the game, but she brought him all the fancy stuff. My mom was on drugs. She couldn't buy me that stuff. So I looked at him and wanted what he had, but I only knew one way to get it. And that was the way I saw other people getting it. So that's the route that I chose. But then I realized later that that's not the right way. So when I give it to these little dudes, I try to be like, look, bro, there's a different way. You can use that same energy and don't have to go to the penitentiary. You don't have to go to the graveyard. You can do some other things. And that just be the message that I tried to give. But I tried to bring it to them in a way that they understand it. So they still see the dress code, they still see the cause, they still see this stuff. But now the message is, this ain't come from the corner, man. This came through hard work and dedication. This came like this. And I'm thankful for guys like y'all, because now we got a platform that we can come to and we can discuss this stuff and people can see it. And hopefully we can get this message to the streets and get it to them little dudes and they can recognize that that's what I want to do, man. Besides hanging out with these dudes all day, I want to start me a podcast. Besides hanging with these dudes all day, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to go get a job. I want to make some money. You know what I'm saying? Because most of them, they never know how it feels to get $1,000 check, $1,500 check. They think the only way that they can get that is on the street by selling some drugs. First time they get that changed their whole mental, man. Their whole perspective on life changed, and that's all they want to do. So I agree with everything that you say, man. Like, we definitely speaking the same language and we talking the same talk. And this what I believe that people need, even the artists like we spoke on. All right, they know how to rap. You can put together some rhyming words and rap, but learn the industry, learn the business. See, that takes a little more dedication. That takes a little more patience. That's going to cause you to have to read some stuff. That's going to cause you to have to be inside in front of the computer if you're serious about your craft. This is the stuff that you have to do. So I'm 100% in agreement with everything that you're saying, man. But yeah, like I said, bro, it's Thanksgiving Day and I don't really eat meat. You know, I don't do the meat thing, but on Thanksgiving is the only day that I eat a fried turkey, man, from one of my partners. And it's been a tradition for like 8 years. I haven't eaten meat in probably like 17 years, but on Thanksgiving Day, every year I get this fried turkey from him, right? And I got that fried turkey. I went and picked it up a little while ago. I got that fried turkey and that's sitting on that stove, bro. So I'm about to get up in here and I'm about to do my tradition and get my thing started. But I love talking to y'all. Bill Gang, man, tap in, man. I ain't hear from you in a minute, man. You know, you dig? I see you got them Bears up there, bro. But you know, I'm a
Yeah,
Niners fan, me, bro.
the Bears. Hey man,
You know,
y'all see it. I don't know what y'all talk about, man. Ain't none of y'all got no teams, nowhere, no nothing. Be quiet. Let me
I'm
talk.
49ers. I'm 49ers to the meat
And
show,
they
bro.
ain't the
On
49ers ain't
Falcons,
doing
on
shit.
Falcons, on Falcons.
49ers ain't doing shit. The Falcons ain't doing shit. And them Houston Texans ain't doing shit. The Bears. Yeah,
All right,
man.
y'all. So look here. Hey, I want y'all happy holidays to y'all. And we're gonna finish this conversation up. I know it's a holiday, but I need to get y'all back up here, man, because it's a bunch of artists that's been asking me to do this for them. You know, so I got y'all. I got a little circle I want to work with. So y'all get ready, man, because I'm gonna be reaching out so y'all can come up here and talk to these young cats and lead them into the right direction on what they need to be doing as far as turning their hobby and their dreams into a career and learning how to create a system for it. Hopefully they can turn it into a business and feed their families and do the right thing, and they can reciprocate the message.
That's how they do it, man.
Yeah, so every Friday, man, I try to interview, you know what I'm saying, young up and coming independent artists. Me and my brother right here, big shout out to TMB with Monkey Man. So every Friday, man, we try to
That's your
interview.
people. Okay, my
Yeah,
monkey
yeah,
man,
yeah,
what's
that's my
good,
point.
man?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So we try to interview artists every Friday, man, independent, and you know, we do some of the similar same things. We talk to them, you know, we listen to their music, we critique it, we tell them what they should be doing, what they could be doing, just from a professional, a business, a personal, just an all around aspect. You know, I try not to give it to them like you know, just a consumer. Well, I'm listening to your music, but I don't like this, that, and the third. No, I try to give it to them from a consumer's point of view, an executive point of view, a personal point of view, you know, a professional. All these points of view are different. A professional. So, you know, I like doing this. So I'm gonna try to funnel some of them your way when you do what you do it on top of whoever you got, if you know the workload permits. And I love to come back and you know what I'm saying, talk to y'all, man, and you know what I'm saying, continue to build and do this. But I'm always here, Dennis. I go live every day. Funny Things, what up, my boy? Hey, big shout out to Funny Things too, man. He sent me his cousin Ashton Euro. He a dope artist down there in Jackson, Mississippi, man. You know what I'm saying? He got music on all music streaming platforms, Ashton Euro. And also, man, he set me up this Friday with his cousin, man. You know what I'm saying? Out here doing big things. You feel
So
me? So man,
pull up. When y'all going, what's that tomorrow? Y'all going live?
yeah, so Friday, I'm interviewing Funny Things, little brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, some things I can't talk about because, you know,
I'm gonna pull up.
he got it. Yeah, but but man, most definitely, man, y'all slide through, man. And I always support Trusno, man. You know, every time you go live, if I can't make it, because
Yeah,
I'm
I see
working
you
a little
in
bit.
the chat in the
Yeah,
comment section.
but I always try to slide through. And Dennis, man, I've been saying I want to do something with you, man, to get together and work with you, Dennis, man. You know what I'm saying? From the first time I met you, as a brother dealing with the men and helping the men out and, you know, and getting their life together. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, I do more focus on well, I focus on everybody. I help people, period. I ain't gonna say I focus on children because that's not what I do. I focus and I try to help whoever. You know what I'm saying? So I love to tap in and build some more on that part, but just man, anything, man, as far as this YouTube content and doing whatever, man, shit, come to the channel, man. I'm live every day. I know my time might be a little different from everybody. I go live at 9 p.m. every day, but shit, man, you know what I'm saying? If I'm off for something, man, you know, or whatever you trying to do something, facilitate something, just get something together, let me know, man. I'm always here.
Definitely, bro. Appreciate it. You already know it's love, man.
I know everybody got to get back to the family. So hey, we gonna finish this conversation, y'all. So y'all be looking for me to reach out, and we gonna crank up.
Yeah. Man, I ain't going nowhere. My kids with their mama. I'm sitting here, man, but partaking in Scooby snacks, finna go get me a little drinky drink, and I'm chilling. You
I see you. I see you.
I see your boy, Monkey Man, them one up there.
I'm finna get ready to go live. Since y'all finna go down to it, I'm gonna say this real quick, man. Dennis, since Bearded fuck with you, I'm the type of producer like this, nigga. I throw you a beat for free. Like if my people fuck with you, bro. If they fuck with you, if everybody cool and they support what the movement everybody got going on, bro. I don't mind giving a nigga a helping hand. One thing I know about an artist is it's hard for a nigga to throw them something in the game. So that's one thing I know. My first pack in the game, somebody threw to me. So that's how I do everything. You know what I'm saying? I throw it back. You know what I'm saying? The first one free. Hey nigga, when you come back, I need you to I need you to re-up with me though.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm
that's how it
saying?
goes. That's how it
That's
goes.
how it goes.
That's how it
So I take the streets and I bring it to YouTube too, the network, bro. That's what you call networking.
I
So
feel
you know,
you,
I
bro.
sub to the channel, bro, and I'm rocking with it, bro. Anything with men on some positive shit, long we ain't calling each other bitches and hoes on here, I'm down with it.
Yeah, ain't doing none of that. We ain't doing none of that, man. It's definitely respect all the way around the board. I appreciate y'all, homie. You know, it's all love, man. And we definitely gonna spin back around as much as we possibly can, man. As much as we possibly can, as often as we can. Trust, you already know what it is with us, man. We
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna talk. Go ahead and get with the family, man. So hey y'all, Beer Gang, I'm gonna hit you. Y'all gotta press mute on them phones. Hey, look, Beer Gang, I'm gonna hit you, and then we're gonna talk behind the scenes, and we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna continue this dialogue, fam. Oh, you on mute, bro?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah, you got my number, man. Just hit me up. You know what I'm saying? We can, it's whatever, man. I'm willing to
Okay,
do
I
whatever.
got you. Say less.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, fam. Hey, so I'm gonna be back at y'all, man. We're gonna keep this dialogue going, and it's a lot of stuff I gotta work on. You know what I'm saying? I'm building my platform. So y'all see, I got the super friends coming through, and they're gonna educate y'all on the music business, and we just want to show y'all, point y'all to the right direction. But I gotta go get with the family. So hey, it's your boy Trusno TV. I'm out.